starting with rapid could be smart, could be wise, or maybe the absolute wrong decision. We'll see. Might put me back to bet. Or the slow pace might be exactly what we need first thing. That's right, Ducks. I don't have the mental capacity for more than that right now. Keeping it simple. Thank you, Itsy Bitsy. Let's go here. Bishop d6. Yeah, the COVID Pog champs, people came in a certain rating, really grinded it out. I've probably played this guy before. Okay, we played a lot. I'm sure that it's not always been rapid. Yeah, just played a ton of bullet. I think maybe we haven't even played rapid before. Oh, Fractal. The beating from Chief Hansen sent you back to the lab, I take it? That's right, Ducks. Would be a good move. I wouldn't say it's the only move or anything, but definitely a good one. Man, Vegas, I was watching the Vegas game last night. Basically, Minnesota scored with a minute left in the game, and they auto-reviewed it for kicking motion. No, it was a good goal. But because they took so long to review it for kicking motion, they had time to challenge it and review it for offside, and it was. Don't want to pre-move this because it might go king there, but I don't really see the point. In fact, I think it's just has to be much worse. So yeah, he's got to play this. I can't remember. I just know this is completely winning. I've played it a few times. It's like, I think maybe it's just taking the pawn or some bishop h4. It's the king has to run. Down a piece, but I think this is supposed to be winning. We'll get back to the chess in just a second, but first I'd like to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Now, first of all, did we all make New Year's resolutions? Because I've got a fitness goal that I haven't started from like 3 resolutions ago. I'm still working off that weight that I put on for my chess boxing victory. Now, I always start off the year with more anxiety than usual because I'm pretty sedentary in the winter months. Like, I'm streaming, I'm in the chair, I'm not moving, and I'm not feeling like my best self. And for someone that's on camera pretty much all the time, sometimes those feelings can get the better of me. And it's nice and important to have someone to talk to during these moments. No matter what stress or anxiety you might be experiencing, our sponsor BetterHelp can connect you with a therapist who can provide support. And it's easy to get started. Just fill out a questionnaire and BetterHelp will connect you to a therapist as soon as possible. With over 7,000 reviews and a rating of 4.3 on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. Let BetterHelp help you take control of your anxiety. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/chessbrah TV for 10% off your first month of therapy. Now, let's get back to the video. Yeah, should give this a check. And I can't really remember. I think we just take here. Pawn is hit. Rook f8 happens. And then maybe bishop h4 or like long castle. I think it might be long castle. I think this is the way to do it. I don't know. There's just so many good moves here. I've honestly played a lot of games where we just messed it up in like bullet or something because just feels completely winning. And so you end up choosing the wrong things. It feels like you're spoiled for choice, but there's just so many good looking moves here. Bishop h4, castles to cut the king. The rook can't even play to g8 or anything. So I think actually castling is the move, but all these other moves are good as well. But yeah, I really get the feeling that long castling is actually correct here, strangely enough. I mean, what can black really do next move anyway? I'm not really sure. E5 seemed to do anything. Yeah. Knight d8. Yeah. Knight b4 after long castle could be an idea. I mean, definitely rook here can be played, but it doesn't make sense to leave the king in the middle to me. Knight b4 taking would be a nice way to lose. But we don't need to do that. Knight b4 can just continue, like bishop h4. That just has to be winning. So I'll try this. It's a bit slow, but I'm also not fully thinking about the position in front of me. I'm also trying to remember the last time I played it, because I've had this position quite a few times, as you can imagine. Over the many London games I've played, I've definitely faced queen c8 before and done this sack before. So I've been in this position a lot, and it's always felt more natural for me to play bishop h4. Why the hell not? But I seem to recall that the engine kind of preferred castling, so I'm playing this a little bit because it looks like the right move, but if I'm being honest, more so because I think I remember it being the right move, if that makes sense. And sometimes that's a really bad thing to do, because I'm not actually playing the game in front of me. I'm playing the memory game. It's like, do I remember the correct move or not? Yeah, my king doesn't actually want to be on the queen side. Like, obviously I'd love it to just be on g1, but I can see a few lines where being able to play rook here would be valuable, especially if e5 is ever a consideration. But again, I'm actually castling instead of playing rook d1 a bit more because I think the engines was saying castle. So we'll see. Knight a5. Okay, so preventing knight e4. I mean, maybe preventing knight e4, yeah. Not exactly making a particular threat. So definitely an unusual move. But basically, where else were the pieces supposed to go, I guess, is the question. If bishop h4, I can only assume that the move is king e8. Like, kind of has to be. Honestly, rook e1 just looks way too smart to not play. It's really hard to not just go rook e1 because it's so simple. It makes pretty significant threat, and I'm not seeing anything that matters over here. So while bishop h4 looks great, I'm not sure we even need to allow that move to be played. So let's say what, rook e1, let's say it goes king e8 anyway. We can also go like bishop h4 and then knight h7. Bishop can come back to e7. Everything looks good. It's not good when everything looks good. So bishop h4, king e8, knight h7, bishop e7. Queen f8 I don't think is quite working there. Yeah, it feels like this is probably the best. Let's try it. Definitely the simplest move. No doubt about it. I mean, every piece is a part of the position now. You really have to feel that this is enough. Like knight takes e6 here should probably be enough. I think it's just like queen g6 is too tough to meet after that. I mean, maybe rook takes e6 is something, but just a bit unnecessary. I think knight takes e6 is more to the point. Queen g6. Yeah, I mean, this stuff must be winning, but I think we get it done here. So check. I mean, yeah, this is never any good, so it's got to be with the rook. Do this, and then we can give queen h6 check. Yeah, king g8 is made, so I mean there's bishop e7, but I think we can just take that. Yeah, this can for sure be taken. I think it's made in a couple moves. Probably a lot of mates here, but yeah, this looks simple enough. Takes, obviously it has to be taken. Queen d6 check, just because it's the most forcing. King has to go back, rook e1, and king is stuck, and there's only like just nonsense you can throw in the way, so should just be mate. GG, successful attack there. I always have to check if okay, 3 brilliancies, yes, just a nasty game. I always have to check this line once in a while, not because it's any good for black, but just to make sure we're winning the way we're supposed to. Okay, so we all know bishop h7 is a free brilliancy, like guaranteed. That'll always get you a brilli. Queen h7. Yeah, so queen h8 is, yeah, the best. Takes is the best. And then let's see here. Interesting. So look, okay. Yeah, so this actually makes sense. Long castle is the next move. Long castle just makes too much sense. Castle doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. The best move, castling short, doesn't add any rook to the position. It's just like, I couldn't explain it to you. Like, why wouldn't I castle and bring a rook to the middle? What the hell is this, man? It doesn't make like any threat. Like, that's how good my position is. I can just play this. Jeez. So if we long castle, which should be a phenomenal move, And then, yeah, at this point, as I'm pointing out, like every single thing is winning. This, it's all over. And I thought that knight takes e6 was the way to go, but I couldn't decide again between all of these fantastic moves. Knight takes e6 to secure the brilli, though, is definitely the way to go. And it's also just forcing. I mean, he has to take. And yeah, I mean, he had to take here. I think that was the way to go. But we have so many pawns that this has to be good. Yeah, takes. Okay. And at this point, it's just him sacking every piece. Maybe he could improve his accuracy by sacking all 3 pieces. Pro tip they don't tell you. But yeah, I mean, this is how nasty the position is. The engine just wants you to short castle and literally follow up with like just the most basic moves. Hilarious. Because I think long castling allows black to be lost, but at least be lost. And what does it want? Knight d4, like something like this. Like it's lost, but you know what I mean? Black's playing a bit more than he deserves to be. Short castle's crazy. So this is what I mean. Once in a while, I'll come back to this position and be like, what the hell? I always forget to short castle. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, not too important because I don't need to play the best move here to have a winning position. Don't need to stress about that. But king being on g1 and not bringing a rook to the middle will always be impressive to me as the best move. But hey, if we castled kingside, we might not have got the 2 remaining brillies. So I think we did it correct. But as you can see, I played literally every move on the board except the correct engine move. I keep coming back to the engine every time, and I'm like, let me see if I did this right. I always have like a 95 accuracy, brillies out the ass, beautiful game. I check the engine and it's like, no, you're supposed to kingside castle, bro. Not once have I played that move. I've literally played every other move. Rook d1, long castle, knight h7, bishop h4, knight e4. I can't even think of another move I'd play. Best move, yeah. There you go.